Well, back at it again with another Oregairu season 3 climax review. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So, I'm trying to use the tablet, so let me know if the audio is good. I think I tried it once before, but just some constructive criticism would be very much appreciated. So, I hope this one isn't as long as the other one was. So, I never fucking thought that I could keep liking a character more and more and more and more. But my nigga Hikigaya is that character. He is not, I think I've already said it before, that he was my favorite slice of life character, but 100%. This man, this shit, he was in his bag this week, bro. He was in his motherfucking bag. It was like, what? So, okay, alright. So, surprisingly, this episode doesn't take place like in the same day as the last episode ended with Yui and Hikigaya researching. This actually takes place, I believe, the next day, which I believe kicks off. It's hard because I think now it's been confirmed, by the way. This episode does 100% confirm. And apparently with the light novel announcement, that there's going to be a light novel announcement it's essentially kind of like a BS OVA for Yukinoshita, Hikigaya, and Yui's final year of high school. Because this is their middle year, which is what I thought originally. Shit kept going back and forth and driving me nuts. But this episode 100% confirms this. That this season takes place in their middle year. They still have one more year of high school left before they graduated. So that is 100% confirmed, and it's kind of cool because this episode has like a lot of different little callbacks that I fuck with heavy. For the first thing is that one of the I forget the name of what the club is, but it's like one of Zaimoku's like club members. Apparently, he's the younger brother of Sagamine, which is like, hey, it's like that fucking circle, baby. That bitch just keeps spinning. It just keeps on spinning. By the way, I'm glad Zaimoku is being shown in these episodes more frequently, considering he's usually the one of all the characters, especially on like Hikigaya's side of Friends, he's usually the one that gets shafted the most because of how random and weird he is, even though everyone else is pretty much adjusted to it. I do like this small little moment happens later in the episode where he suggests a name for the club, and Hikigaya is like, yeah, I'll go with it. And it's like, oh, it's cute because it's like, I relate to it, bro. I relate to it. I was like, that means he's been getting better. He took the criticism back from season 1 about his writing skills and actually applied it. Now, granted, this is a small fucking thing, right? This is a super small thing. And it was also cool because Hikigaya's first impression of what he was about to ask him was on some dumb shit like, oh, he's about to ask me about reading another novel of his. And the fact that his question was related to what they were doing, I think he appreciated because that showed that Zaimoku, even though he doesn't give a fuck about prom like anyone else, hell, Hikigaya doesn't give a fuck about prom. It showed he cared enough to follow it through. I do also like the sequence in which he's asking the club members to help with this bullshit ass idea, and as an exchange, like talking about how he would make the prom next year something that even they would enjoy. Like that's the whole gimmick, which now makes me really curious about the light novel for their last school year, because obviously that would play into well, they're going to have another prom. What's going on during that prom? Like, is Hikigaya helping like he said he would? Which he probably is. I'm saying this and the light novel hasn't even come out yet. I'm a little gassed, all right? So at this point, we get to like a string of just great fucking Hikigaya moments. I think one of the cuter scenes is the Komachi scene where he likes to act like I'm trying to make sure I'm not mixing it up, but I believe I don't want it to mix up that I think he's doing that thing with Komachi where it's her birthday, but like he's trying to play it off cool because he's busy and he has shit to do, so he can't do as much as he want to, but like he doesn't want to come off overbearing about it. And she's like, She's like, oh, I see what you did. Thank you, big brother. Like, it's a cute scene. Komachi shit is automatically cute 10 out of 10 shit with me. It just happens. I can't do nothing about it. Fuck it. You're adorable, Komachi. Don't grow up, please. I don't want this world to ruin you. I'm so fucking stupid. But, you got the Komachi scene, and then you get to the fucking... okay, so we get to the rapping sequence, which to me is it, for one, it's random as hell. It comes out of complete left field. There's no real proper setup to it. You just start hearing kind of like the tapping of a beat start, and then all of a sudden he's dropping them bars. And spoiler, he does lose the battle. I don't give a fuck. As much as I love the guy, it's obvious Mr. What's his? It's Tananakwa? Tawana? Oh, I can't pronounce it. I saw it like once in the subs, and I never really go back and look at it and check. But Mr. Hands. We call him Mr. Hands anyway. That man had some bars, alright? But Hikigaya was spitting, man. He was fucking spitting. I do like the silent, like, side jokes from Yui. Like, Yui had her phone out in one of the shots recording Hikigaya because she was just amazed in the situation and then enjoying it. Also, the Oregairu that kept coming up every 5 seconds because that character has literally been relegated to that joke and in that room. I rarely see her outside of that room anymore. That is her spot now. That's all her relevance matters. Fuck her. Also, weirdly, Yui has her phone number. Yui, why do you have Mrs. Soraru fucking phone number? She don't even get it. I don't even fuck about her name. It's weird. Why do you have her phone number? I have no idea why you have it. Alright. So the prom shit's coming together. Like, obviously, they need to come up with a general idea what the fake prom needs to be, and it still needs to be something feasible, but nothing like unrealistic. We're kind of just going through the motions, and then I believe the last scene, if as long as I'm not missing anything, and y'all correct me in the comments, but I don't believe I am. It's the Yukinoshita scene, which I think is the most interesting, but also like the most like confusing. So the Hikigaya section's kind of funny in the sense that he's very adamant about like not owing her anything. But they're having like a casual conversation. It's kind of like a correlation to how they used to act in season 1, where they used to bicker in season 1 and it used to be just full on like fuck you energy, or like way higher fuck you energy. Here, they're still competing, but they're still friends about it, and that's important. That shows the progression and growth of their character. Side note, also appreciate the cute scene with Yui trying to give Yui's been giving so much emotional support to Hikigaya, like when he's trying to ask the club members on like helping him with his dumbass project, because it's essentially helping them with a fake idea. And then fucking and like he can't convey it in a convincing manner. So Yui's like giving emotion support. Shit's cute as fuck. Also, almost forgot about one of the funniest fucking scenes. The mandatory Yahalo. It's funny because I remember, I don't know if it was in the comments or somewhere, I saw someone goes, if Yui doesn't say Yahalo in this season, we're gonna have problems. And then ironically enough, she says it in this fucking episode. And I'm like, yes! I don't know what's happening, but I'm just kind of like low-key like, yes! I miss it. And then Hikigaya does this weird intimidating thing to her. He's like, from now on, Yahalo will be a mandatory greeting. And they're like, there's no fucking way. And then Yui's adorable, and so they kind of like co-sign on it. Then they go, the say no, Yahalo, and Yui's like, don't do that. And she's like, it's like one of those things where she likes doing it herself, and she likes it to do it with her friends, but like she doesn't like it when it becomes kind of like ironically enough, she doesn't like to what it's already become, which is essentially like this, not meme, but like, yeah, it's kind of a meme actually. Low key, it's a meme. But the Yukinoshita thing's probably the most interesting. It's probably the one I'm probably going to have to spend some time on because I'm legitimately still not 100% sure. So Yui and Yukinoshita kind of had this interaction, and they haven't really interacted since like the beginning of this season, I want to say. And it feels like it's been a while, kind of like the way she says it. On top of that, we've been seeing a lot of Yui's emotions. So I was very scared when I saw this in the preview from last week about what she was going to do when she like walked up on, because the premise of the scene is that he's supposed to be going to go talk to Hayama, which I'm looking forward to that next week. But he gets sidetracked by saying Yukinoshita, and they end up talking, and then Yui comes and finds him talking to Yukinoshita, and knowing what Yui's mental state has been for the last like 3 to 4 episodes, I was very concerned. And so, like, they have this conversation, but it's like that weird girl code conversation where you know there's something else coming on underneath the surface, but you can't quite figure out what. The low-key understanding seems to be, is Yui directly challenging her, even though she's still saying it in, like, vague-ass terms. Like, how she wants to do all these things. Pretty much she's doing exactly what, she's kind of playing both sides of the fence. Like, she still wants to be with Yukinoshita. Like, that's the whole crux of her character. Like, she still wants to be with them, and she knows what happens when they get together. She's going to be left out. So it's almost like she's reaffirming that she wants to be with them. But she's also, like, low-key challenging her, which I'm 100% cool with, right? It also, low-key, I want to quickly mention, because I almost missed it, the whole Yukinoshita getting Hikigaya the coffee, or giving him the coffee. I look at this as a slight growth from season 2, where like she was going to give him cookies and she never got around to it. I think it was the Valentine's Day cookies they were cooking in the previous episode, and she never got around to it because her nerves were shot. Meaning that she has at least similar like feelings to Yui does. And now she can kind of give him gifts without it being anything too crazy. Which is weird though, because it kind of flips back and forth. Like the beginning of the season, I think they give her, I think after they have the whole genuine sequence, he like, is it then when they give him, or it might be something else, but when they finally give him his own like dedicated cup, like Yukinoshita actually gets him like a legit cup. So maybe, I don't know, I might be reading too much into it. But yeah, the final sequence with Yui and Yukinoshita having this conversation, low key, I think that's like a challenge. That Yui is directly challenging Yukinoshita, being like, that's why your wish won't be granted. So like the argument is that like, I know and you should know that we're not just fighting about prom right now. Apparently I also find it funny that like she was a little surprised to see that that Yui was helping Hikigaya. Like for some reason Yukinoshita's response made it seem like she didn't expect it. I don't know what the fuck that's about. It's just a perception thing I noticed. Yeah, that final section just is kind of hard to understand, and I feel like I won't get it until I see more of the rest of the season. But like right now, like it'll be one of those things I call back to at the end of the season. But for right now, I'm just kind of like, I think that's a challenge. I think that's a formal, like, I care about you and I still want to be around and fuck you. I still want to be around and with you. What the hell was that? What notification was that? Oh, it was fucking Adobe Creative. I should have just muted the fucking computer. I'm such a stupid, dumb fuck. Sorry. Have my moment. But yeah, I'm thinking it's an understanding that like me and you want the same thing. That's why she even says like, I'm pretty sure your wish is the same as my wish, which is interesting to me because it almost like if we take the guess that Yukinoshita understands the subtext of that conversation, saying your wish is the same as my wish is implying either A, me and you both want to be with Hikigaya, or me and you want such and such to be with Hikigaya. I can't tell. It's one of those things where it's not clear enough for me to just get it. But it's there and it's interesting, and I'm obviously it'll be broken down more as we get into it more. But all things considered, Hikigaya is GOAT. Sensei! 8-man is sensei! Teach me, sensei! We're also going to get see more Hayama's group, which whatever that means, I don't fucking know. I hate Hayama's group. And then more Haruno, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support. Tell me if you want me to do more reviews on the tablet. I need to move this fucking lamp because I don't like this weird shading effect where, like, if I step over here, I get too dark. But if I step over here, it's too bright. I'll figure it out later. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And I'll catch you guys later. Life's a game. Please play to play. Life's a game. Play to win. This is not the end, but a new beginning. Peace. Oh, I had to end it with like a lame ass rap.